Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of The Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
I always think it ought to be a really good idea to have Corona home shows day, whatever, but I've lost track of the time, so I don't know what day it would be that we are doing our Corona show, but we are here, we are home. Oscar is in the studio, and which is his home.
On the ones and twos.
By the way, you should probably bring a cot in there. You'd have more floor space than you do at your regular
I would
home.
rather live here than in my house.
That's wonderful. That's exciting. That's very, very exciting.
I've thought about that many times, but I don't think this is a dwelling residence.
How well attended is the building? You know, it's not Podcast Village has
just,
two office spaces there, but there's lots of other people in the building.
Everybody's gone except for Cornerstone and us.
Okay, very nice. Do you see Tater?
It's Mark. It's Mark, and he's got two. I think he usually has maybe 5 team members there, and he's got a bunch of remote. But it's Mark and maybe one of his colleagues, but they are within the 6 feet and in 2 different offices.
Yeah. So the building has got to be really desolate.
I'll give our landlady credit, though. She's still cleaning. The cleaning crew still comes through, and God bless Consuela, because she's super sweet.
Any luck with bribing her for toilet paper?
Consuela, that's not her name.
That's really her name. It is.
Come on now.
Mike, her name's Consuela, and her husband's name
Consuelo?
Consuela.
There's a joke about that. You know.
There is.
I've got her husband's name is Hector, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Yeah.
Are you just
Hector like in
our
in
people
Better Call Saul?
are willing to do the work the white man is not.
That's true. That's
is.
true. Unfazed. Unfazed.
Now, I know that there was one about a week ago.
About that now. It's great.
About a week ago, there was a time when you approached her and asked if you could get some toilet paper.
Yeah, she told me to go
her.
to Costco, kick rocks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Any progress on that? Because I imagine the toilet paper is getting backed up because there's not anyone using it in the building.
Oh no, they have theirs. Rob.
Oh, okay. All right.
She told me to go to Costco because she has a mandate to get theirs from Costco.
I understand. All right.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to wait. Because I sacrifice myself for this show.
Please.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about toilet paper and we're talking about bathrooms and we're talking about everything, I have to share a story. This happened last night. And I am not proud. This is going to be, I will be mocked for years to come on this story. All right. So let's see where to begin. We are watching a television program last night here in the O'Mara household after the little youngster, my son, the King Michael, went to sleep after a long and very overtired Easter Sunday. Sure. I will tell you that it was probably 9:30-ish, I want to say, around that time. And we're binging. We're binging like crazy on this show that, I'm going to give a thumbs up to. I'm not going to say it's like the greatest show on television, but it's something that I think people would enjoy like we enjoyed it. And it's another one of my British shows. So we'll tell you about that later. But that doesn't have anything to do with this. So we end one of the episodes, maybe 3 or 4. We'd watch 3 of them, and I said, one more. I think it might be number 8. Might be the end of the last episode. I think it's one of those British miniseries, so it wraps everything up. I said, we have to. If it's the last episode, can we watch one more? And I have to talk Carla into staying up. And so she's, yeah, okay. So awesome. And I go and I look, and it is the last episode.
She doesn't share in the excitement because when you're binging and you hit that last one, there's a weird mix. You're disappointed that it's over, but there's the accomplishment of having it done. And I think that's what drives people a lot of times to just one more episode to get
it was. I think it was a question of if we had 2 more, neither one of us had the energy to stay up for 2 more of them, but to watch one more, to have it all wrapped up, that was a good thing. So yes, the determination is made. We pause it on Netflix, and she has to go to the Toy. I have to go to the Toy.
Okay.
So on the way to the Toy, I've got an itch. Mm-hmm. And the itch that I have is in a spot that that I cannot get to easily.
Right.
And I want to, by the way, be mindful of this. This might be a little borderline. What the hell was that?
Oh, maybe it was Pony leaving. Who knows?
It was a Skype alert. Skype alert. Yeah.
Everybody all right?
I'm fine.
Never better.
So I'm on the way, and the itch was in a spot that we have referred to quite often. It's nacho, and it's nacho.
Sure.
You know, tain't nobody's business but my own.
I hear you.
And so, I mean, it's just this little area that I should preface this by saying I am incredibly fastidious to
We've
the
been
point
through
of
this. Absolutely, yes.
To the point of sometimes perhaps too much so, where there's just too much scrubbing
to a fault, Mike.
And I don't know, but I think this was just an itch.
You'll use a technique that you don't always have to use, but you just want to make sure.
I really, I do surgery until it's total cleanliness. That's just the way I am. I do not like the idea of just a little dabble. Do you? Rob and I have worked in the past with people that didn't feel the burden of detailed work down there.
And you know what, Mike? It needs to be said. That's not just for the person who's doing it. It's for those around them. It's courteous. It's healthy. It's clean. It's decent.
But this is just a minor little, like
That's
you get an
all.
itch on your shoulder or something like that.
Sure.
But I had it and I couldn't get to it. And I'm like, boy, this is, and so on my way, we've got his and hers bathrooms in this house. So on my way to mine.
Yours is his?
I'm like, well, I know, what'll nail this, what'll get this is my back scratcher. All right. So I am on the way to
that or many things, but the back scratcher is what came to mind.
Go numero uno. And I'm like, if I get the back scratcher and I sit instead of stand, this will be perfect. And I go in, and because I'm doing this, I shut the bathroom door to have a little scratch.
Right.
And then there's and Mrs. O'Mara believed that I was sneaking food because I've been on this keto and she's been monitoring me.
This is
It's what she said. I'm only going on what she said.
Is the British show that you're watching have a plot that is this dynamic and exciting?
No.
Because there's underlying exciting things going on in this story.
So the scratcher I have is a wooden piece of equipment that's we've had in the house for a long time.
It's organic.
And it has a duck's head on it. And so the scratching is not those fake hands that you get on some of those back scratchers.
It's not a metal claw.
It's more like a little hook thing.
Okay.
Perfect for Taint Nobody's business but my own.
It sounds like it would be a more precise back scratcher than something with a wider business end.
Well, you also, though, don't want to go crazy. You just wanted to go just that. That's as much time and as much effort. However, at the moment that I was attempting this, the door explodes open.
Oh.
For reasons I don't know. I mean, I value my privacy. And she looks down at me and says, "What the hell are you doing?" And I was sitting on the bowl with the back scratcher.
Right.
And it's in my hand. And Carla gets a look on her face that I've seen before. And it's not a look you ever want to have as a man with the woman that you sometimes sleep with. It's a look of true horror. True horror on her face. Like, what are you doing? I said, I had an itch.
That's how you get your kinks.
Yeah.
And she thinks that the itch is, that the itch is somehow something else,
Erotic.
that I'm doing something terrible.
Yeah.
No,
Little alone
it was
time.
not. The only thing I will say
were
that
your
is
pants
it was
around your ankles?
And you-
I mean, to be specific, I
Why
thought
do you
so.
have to go?
Well, I had to go pee-pee.
Yeah, but it seems like to bring in a power tool or an assister.
Yeah.
It screams like lack of dexterity or.
I would say issue. that I would say a man with greater flexibility would probably be able to achieve this without. Me, on my best day, get me in a hot yoga studio for 3 hours. I ain't getting to this spot. Not with my.
What you were performing is known as not so hot yoga.
So she gets the look, and we go back, and we start watching our show, and I keep looking over at her. Let me see if I can recreate the look. The look as I would look over at her, she would be looking at me like this.
You filthy animal.
Now, I got to know. You said you had an itch. Did you go to any more detail with your explanation after that?
No. I said exactly what I was doing. Then it moved from the horror to the disgust.
Right.
And then the humor of it and the laughter, which was not only carried through to, I think last night we were lying there and she said, "Good night, good night, Taint." That's what she said to me.
It's a great kid's book.
And I woke her up. I got up early and I woke her up this morning and she made some other reference to it. And I said to her, I'm going to tell this story on the air. She said, "No, that'll be just like the peanut."
I think the peanut's worse, Mike.
The peanut is worse.
Really
the peanut is worse.
Is complete lack of control. The back scratcher to the bad place is
not the bad place.
Okay.
In between the bad place, and I want to be very clear.
Is that
I don't do that for fun.
The gooch? Is that the gooch?
Is that the gooch?
Well, I mean, you know how we sometimes call the bad place a casino? It's another way for a casino. We call the casino the bad place. Mike's itch was not the casino. Mike's itch was in the coffee shop.
No, I would say it's in the parking lot. Because once you enter the premises, it's a casino, right?
I share these stories because look, first of all, there's not a lot going on, and you know what?
I think there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
down
more
there.
than you think.
If I don't share this, I could keep it to myself.
Oh.
But what do I tell you guys all the time? Sacrifice yourselves for the show. That's what. And you're like, I know what's going to happen. I know because there right now are people grinning and licking their chops. I mean, that's what they are thinking about. But at the end of the day, it is with her, and she said, and then what did she say when I said I was going to tell the story on the air? She says, "If you want." And I'm like, okay, great response.
Well, no, she doesn't want. She doesn't want America to know that she married a monster.
I know, a disgusting monster.
Let me ask you this, Mike: was it effective?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Very quick. We're very quick and effective.
What are we worried about then?
Yeah.
This is a pro tip. This is a pro tip.
And afterwards, did the expression on the duck's face change? Because I'm just wondering now if he's thinking, let's give the duck a mind just for the purpose of the story.
Why not?
The duck is thinking, I had a great life. I was in a store full of novelties, maybe like a south of the border type place. And a nice young family came in and purchased me for the purpose of scratching backs, which is
I don't know where
job.
we acquired it, but it's the best back scratcher I've ever had.
And he just knows now that his job has changed. His world has forever changed. And
well, I have to be honest. If we're going to be full disclosure, and this isn't going to help me either. Okay. I don't know if I said anything that would indicate that that this was a first-time occurrence.
This is
so the duck's been there before.
It's not his first time at the rodeo.
Where do you keep the duck in the bathroom?
I don't. I keep it in my nightstand.
Oh, what type of cleanup are we doing? Are we doing COVID-19 cleanup or just like regular washing?
I mean, I would be boiling water.
Yeah. Maybe a little alcohol and fire.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the duck's been addressed. It's he's gotten his bath. He's fine. He's fine. Thanks to that guy that sent the hand sanitizer last week. That's great.
Did the duck at any point?
It's really, to be honest with you, it's not the whole duck's head. It's just his beak.
That's right. Put it on his bill. I don't want to pimp you for an impression.
I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud of this. I'm just telling the truth. you've ever had an itchy area down there, sometimes you got to scratch it,
I again, not.
By the way, I think this goes to my maintenance, okay? My maintenance, I have in the potty an abrasive towel. It's a super thin, it's not like a loofah, but it's definitely textured, and it's about this long, and it's kind of narrow. And I suds it up after I do all of my maintenance, and I put suds and I do a little floss action on that.
Mike,
that's how I do it. And can I say something?
Yes.
Since I've used that product, in my zeal to be as fastidious as possible, that is what causes the problem that I've had. On two occasions, I've been a little too vigorous with that, and unfortunately, that has resulted in a little, itchiness later with that because I irritate the area.
Yeah,
I don't want to call it an abrasion. I think it's more like an irritation of.
It's like rug burn.
Yeah, it's like a rug burn.
Yeah.
And it's also, like a rug burn. So that's where the duck comes in.
Do you think ever some soap remains? And maybe the soap can irritate because if you don't rinse the soap out entirely.
No, I rinse. I have another method. I could take you through my whole procedure, but at the end, I do what is the equivalent of a deep knee bend, and for a good few seconds, and rinse that area out, thoroughly. And I also rinse it out, But I mean, I rinse the. The abrasive cloth too. But if you do it, if you floss too vigorously,
for that or is it just something that you found that works well for that?
It's something I found that works well for that. I like to be,
like
as I said, I like to be super. It's like a ShamWow.
Yeah, like
but it's coarse. It's coarse.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If you use maybe a less coarse,
I could show you. I'll show you on tomorrow show. I'll show you what I use.
If it's brown, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's not.
No,
it's clean. It's clean.
So clean and decent.
It's decent.
It's got like zebra stripes.
It does now.
No.
It doesn't look like something
my
that Joe
maintenance is
Exotic
thorough.
would wear.
My maintenance is thorough.
Do you remember the hypercolor shirts when we were kids? You could actually put some heat on them and then they would change color.
Yeah, I remember
or cool
those.
them down. That's how Mike's towel is.
By the way, I bought a new shower mirror, a cheap one, like for $14.
A fog guy.
Fog guy, where you just simply run it under the shower and then hang it up on a little hook, as opposed to pouring the water in the back that did the same thing. But I have yet to find the ideal shower mirror, the mirror that will just work. I think in an elite bathroom, you would find in an elite shower, like you would find the one that's almost tied into the plumbing.
Well, yeah, they have one, and Sharper Image used to really pimp one hard that would actually run the water through the mirror, so it was always the same temperature as your shower.
Right, I don't have that.
Well, it's
I have
hard
the one
to get
for
the back of your legs without the mirror, right?
The back of my legs? Yeah. No, I use it for shaving. I'm not always getting in those positions.
So it's never on the floor of the shower.
No,
because you're so fastidious.
Yeah,
it would not be elite.
To find out, what the abrasive towel has done. That might be a good thing to look at.
The abrasive towel.
Objects may
But I don't have a step.
Closer
it would be easier with a
are.
step. I think it's too far away. My vision's not.
No,
what it
you
used
need
to
one
be.
of those mirrors that they have at every security checkpoint at a government office building that goes underneath the carriage to see what's what.
Yeah, or you could go to a junkyard and get a side view mirror from an old Dodge that actually has sort of a fisheye effect, to help you see more.
Oh, and put it on a putter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to spend any more money. I mean, that's it. The fact that the simplicity of this device, that I run it under the water for a few seconds, and on both sides, and then that gets me through about half the shower, enough time to shave, and then if I want to watch my face as I'm washing it, I will do that. What I do is, would you like to know the routine really quickly?
By the way, Mike, the beard is starting to come in. It's looking nice. The sides.
That's a lot better than last week.
Yeah, he really has made some progress. Oh, I think it looks good. Yes.
Growing in.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Let me go a little lower with that. Sorry.
So, the routine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I thought it was high time for a compliment.
So let me tell you about the routine is into the shower. First thing I do is shampoo my hair, and then I rinse, and then I put a teeny tiny bit of shampoo and wash it one more time. So wash, rinse, repeat twice. That's what I do.
What about down there?
Down there with the shampoo, I wash my body with my shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use a separate product. I do that, so I rinse off completely. That'll come into play later.
Okay.
That's the first time that I wash all over my body.
Got it.
Then at the conclusion of the shampoo, I go to the shower mirror, run it under for a few seconds, get it all defogged, hang it up to the shaving cream. Now this time it's just with my Harry's just a little bit right along this line here.
Sure.
Not the rest.
You don't shave above? Do you ever have to shave above for shaving?
No, I'm not as hairy as you. So, but I mean, if I probably could if I really wanted to be super anal
You ever
about
catch
it.
any back hairs while you're back there? Like,
no shaving of the back. Then it's on to the rinse of the shaving cream, and then the aforementioned abrasive towel with plenty of Harry's body wash on it. And I do a little and then after that's concluded, I do that deep knee bend rinse that I have,
right.
and then it's to the Harry's face wash, and I use the Harry's face wash with a thorough wash of the face. And also the chest, the arms, the underarms,
Mike.
the crotcheroo, and all that, and then I rinse off, and it's over. It's if you're doing a real thorough job, it's about a 20-minute shower.
This is the equivalent of, for those of you that own cars and can and will go to a car wash and maybe have lived around the country. In the D.C. area, there's just like your regular run-of-the-mill car wash. You can buy like Deluxe Supreme, and it'll cost you $22.
Right.
In Florida, in Arizona, California, they have what they call car spas, where you go in and it is not just the Deluxe Supreme, it's everything. Like a hand towel dry.
Right.
It looks like the rims look amazing. You're doing what I would equivalize as the equalize. I'm sorry, speak English, Oscar.
The equivalent of
the spa. The car spa.
Yeah, and we have them down here. I don't know if you have them up in D.C. now. We have the car places here now where I go the opposite way. There is a wishy-washy that they have, and they're really popular.
That's
now,
the name of the company?
No. But I mean, I call it quick. I used to call it. You pull in, and you can't use them now with COVID. But they used to have the big buckets with the brooms in them, and you do your your superficial wash, and then you go in and it's like $6, $6.95.
If you've got the time,
to go right through.
Yeah,
but I mean it's not time. I mean what I do now is I pay the $6. Now you're right about the rims. The rims aren't going to look like what they look about. But I take it through there, and I always have a little look-see and see the hood of the car, and then I talk to my back scratcher duck who's sitting in the right side. I say, how's it looking? You know what he says back to me?
What?
He says, I'm still not speaking to you.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Robb Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
TCM laying it on thick yesterday, Robb, right?
Yeah, they were. I just, it's not in me. I didn't watch the Ten Commandments this year, and Ben-Hur. Man, that's a tough one to watch sometimes.
That's Charlton Heston. That is Charlton Heston at his overactingiest. Absolutely.
God, when they shake hands by grabbing each other by the elbow. It's like,
You're my son. Let me grab your elbows.
I'm not sure that COVID has made it a good time to watch movies like The Greatest Story Ever Told. You know what? Not so great.
We are live from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. How you doing, folks? Hopefully you have a little respite from your tough times. Is that what's bothering you, Bunky? We are heard all the way from Big Sandy, Montana to Otarishi, Japan, Covington, Kentucky. Oh, no.
I know. Sorry about this one.
Sedisfjöður, Iceland.
Yeah.
Port Colborne, Ontario, Canada, and Garfield, Washington. Hey, lasagna. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now.
That cat loves lasagna.
Big snow last week up in the Maine area. Got to look at my Ring doorbell cam and floodlight cam. We're all home more than usual these days, but it's still hard to keep a close eye on things. More deliveries mean more boxes left unattended, which you kind of should do.
Yes.
Just leave them unattended and then hit them with the hand sanitizer or the sanitizing wipes and do it that way. But more opportunities for packages to go missing. Villainy is what we're talking about.
Evil.
Luckily, with Ring, you can keep your home safe no matter where you are, from video doorbells and security cameras to smart security lighting and alarm systems. Ring has everything you need to make sure your family and belongings are safe and secure anytime, anywhere. The all-new Ring Video Doorbell 3 is upgraded with additional security features. It works on any home with HD video and two-way talk. I have the Ring floodlight cam, so I keep track of Maine. Got to watch the snow falling up there over the weekend. I check it all the time. I get a special offer on the Ring Welcome Kit when you go to ring.com/TMOS. The Welcome Kit has the Ring Video Doorbell 3 and Chime Pro. It's all you need to start building a custom security ring for your home today. Just go to ring.com/TMOS. That's ring.com/TMOS. And we thank you. I have to keep that out there. It's all you need to start building custom security for your home today. That's no problem at all. Welcome. Yes, that's my little story today. Did everybody have a stay-at-home Easter?
Mike, we had a Zoom Easter at my house.
A Zoom Easter? Oh, very good.
Easter.
Okay.
I know that if you're of a different persuasion, the Jewish persuasion, you might have had a Zoom Seder a couple days earlier. And my Zoom Easter was these family reunion type of, I guess, interpersonal issues seem to come up by Zoom number 3. Our family's been Zooming for about 3 weeks now.
Okay.
Where everybody gets on, and you can tell now who the Mike O'Mearas of the crew are. Like, who doesn't want to be on the call anymore. And even on a day like Easter, I figured out who it was on my side. And that was my beautiful wife. Because
the lovely Shannon. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well, she is an in-law. She doesn't have the blood familial relation.
Yeah, but I was just killing Elizabeth's boyfriend for eating pretzels and hanging out in the background.
I'm going to kill him the next time I talk to him about that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill Catherine when I call her today after the Easter texts were exchanged, and then I'm taking the first bite of my friggin' lamb chop and the phone rings. From the most difficult girl to get in touch with in the world, and the phone rings on my first bite. And you know what? I looked at it. No, it doesn't work that way.
Oh,
Maximum,
no.
you know, your 7 minutes of convenience out of your day for dad. No, that's one time. I'm sure my parents did that with me too, where you just say to yourself, no, I'm having my Easter dinner.
In fairness to my wife, Easter was at 9 a.m. for my family on Sunday.
All right, so that's when the Zoom call was?
Zoom had to happen then. I thought it was cute.
Early.
Well, it's 9 a.m., really 6 a.m. on the West Coast because Costa...
Were they doing like a sunrise service for themselves? What were
they
doing?
Costa had to go into the hospital, so we didn't want we didn't want to miss him.
That's Tatiana's husband.
Yes, so he had to go in and work. So we were like, everyone looked at their calendar and realized that we can only do it at 9 a.m./6 a.m. his time. And I thought it was cute that my sister did and tortures her kids as much as she tortures my mom tortured us. She made them all dress up, the little kids. My little nephew was dressed up like they were going to Easter Mass.
LA time?
LA time, ready to go, baby. No mercy.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
I was in the sweatpants. What you probably see here.
Could they possibly? My son was up at 5:45.
Yes.
Because the Easter Bunny's coming.
Yeah,
Could the kids have been up? Are any of those kids up now thinking Easter stuff?
No.
Would that be the motivator?
The bunny has been made an essential employee. So
yes, my
sister
sister canceled Easter about 3 years ago, and they're Greek Orthodox, so this is not really their Easter. It's
the Greek
week.
Easter's a different date.
It's next week, right?
Is it always the week after the regular Easter?
I think it is, because I remember that the kids saying, it's Easter for us, but not for Dad.
And by the way, that was... that, believe it or not, that was bigoted, what I just said, the regular Easter. The Christian Easter.
I know what you mean, Mike. I'm with you.
No, the Greek Orthodox.
Greek Orthodox Easter, it's the best food in the world. Best food in the Greek, an Orthodox Easter celebration. Oh, Greek Orthodox, fantastic.
Yeah, but the answer to your question is the Greek Easter does have a rabbit, but he's got a unibrow. Oh, Greek joke. Greek joke. There you go.
So it was quick. My wife made waffles. That was sweet of her, but she kept on going in and out of the call, just kind of like, yeah. Oh, yes, we did that. Oh, that's so nice. And you're like,
how were her waffles? Did she set the toaster on the right number?
We have a waffle maker, which is great.
Okay, ooh, homemade waffles.
Yeah, my mom somehow had in the basement, and we took it. This is like 2 years ago. And
no stove, but a waffle maker.
Waffle maker.
Nice one.
She makes these quinoa waffles, so they're not really that great. They're not regular waffles with.
But is the
it's beautiful.
Appliance
it's like a Breville. I don't know. Expensive.
Oh, Shannon, you like the waffle maker?
Shannon's not working with us today. Shannon's working.
Who's running everything today?
Your boy Santana.
By yourself?
By myself.
Why did I hear Shannon
Shannon's on
before?
level 2 right now, taking care of some other work.
I can't keep track. I saw Shannon's face before
but you
she helped us link up, but then she was off on
yes.
another.
Okay, I get it.
She's organizing tripods. I hope that doesn't mean other dudes. I sat there and I said, okay. I said, can you stop walking around? Yeah, because it's embarrassing. She's a reflection.
You want her in front of the
camera.
The camera.
Yeah, maybe in a dress. You know,
right?
Might
be nice.
Yeah, it might be nice. Something nice. And she said, "It's Sunday morning." I said, "Jesus would be upset with you right now."
Oh God!
And it's hard to remember to not talk about stuff without muting yourself on Zoom.
Oh yes, you don't want to do that.
So
it's like the cocktail party when people are looking at me when I mute the microphones when I'm talking to Carla, and you guys are watching me go.
So my older brother says to me, he's like, hey, relax, it's Easter. And I'm like, all right, never mind. So that was quick. And then for me, I sent a couple messages out to the family. Nothing to Rob. Rob, you're a grown man. You don't need it. Right. But I sent a little voicemail out, or I guess you can, with an iPhone, you can actually make yourself a bunny. I sent it out to little Michael with a terrible gingerbread voice. I didn't know that had a voice thing on it. You think I just sent you a bunny?
Yeah, I thought you just sent
creepy
a bunny.
Pervert like that. No,
Oscar, he's drinking again.
Oh my
Sending
God.
out bunny pics to my kid.
No, it's got a voice on it.
Yeah,
Mike, I did a voice and everything.
Thank God for social distancing. That creep can't get close to my kid.
Hold on,
oh my God, this is embarrassing. Mike, this is private. How dare you share it with the world? Don't do it. It's embarrassing. This is gross.
Yeah, no embarrassment on my end here.
I know.
All right, hold on.
Now, you can make yourself a bunny. So a bunny's saying this.
Okay.
On the iPhone, right?
God damn it.
Like an animated bunny.
I hope he doesn't figure it out because this is mortifying. It wasn't my best work.
Right?
You had it a second ago.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
It's gone. It's gone.
Can you recreate it, Oscar?
Yeah, I said, hi.
No, but you have to do the voice.
I said, thank you. I said, happy Easter. Sent one to Rob.
I'll do it. I'll play it from here. This is embarrassing, but I'll play it fine. I sent it to you. What time was that at, Mike, roughly, you think?
1:22 in the afternoon.
So that was after my Easter.
Look at this. Hi, little Michael. Oh, you're not so little anymore. I'm calling to say Happy Easter. I hope you're having a fantastic Easter. Your dear Oscar said, and dear Shannon said, make sure you call Michael. Hope you found some eggs. See you soon. Can you see my tongue?
It sticks the tongue out.
Mr. Michael, bye.
I didn't even see that.
Wow. So you thought it was just a picture.
I think it is. Hi, little
Is
Michael.
Is it repeating
That's
now?
It's just repeating. It's embarrassing, please.
Oh,
I'm sweating.
I disagree,
Flop
Oscar.
sweats. Flop sweats.
I think that might be your best work.
Some water.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
That's why I wrote, I wish I could do more voices.
Oh,
underneath the text.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I just sent you a bunny. You're a grown man, a bunny. It's embarrassing.
It's not unlike you to send that face there on Easter.
That is creepy.
No, you've sent like little, I don't want to use the word emojis. That
like eggplant, hot dog, mouth. Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah,
we commute with that, but communicate with that. Anyway, it's very touching.
You and I swapped text on Easter, Mike. We had a nice little text back and forth right before my mom dragged me down for over an hour of tech support.
Oh,
because
parents on Zoom was the worst.
we had a
Zoom sucks. Let's be honest.
It really does.
We have to say that Zoom
is not
does
Zoom.
No.
it is not Zoom, especially when you're sending an invite out and people can't get the code.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, these technological companies that have given us this technology what is it with the nerd that they will think of everything?
Is he still on the phone, Oscar?
They will think of technical minutia, right? They will think of technical minutia that is all encompassing, where you will know. But then they overthink the simplicity of use. That applies to computers, to iPhones, to Zoom, to Skype. How about when you're sending people are not thinking about the sending of the invitation,
right?
Which ought to be a clear, concise way. If you're sending it out, they have everything they need. Instructions on how to get on the Zoom call. Am I right about that?
You're absolutely right. Mike, may I give you just a little credit right now? Usually I hate to tear I hate to actually give people credit, and I like to tear them down. The wonderful people at ESPN have us record all of their Zoom conference calls within our shows on our end, because it's easier to execute within this realm of the studios, which is good for business, than it is for one of their producers at home to make sure they get it all right.
Okay.
Is that why Shannon's on the second floor right now?
She's on the second floor, yes. Professionals.
Is that why we're not having a video switcher today? Because
are you kidding me? We're streaming right now.
Are you doing the shots today?
Yes, while we're talking.
As we're talking?
Yes.
Wow. Well, see, I don't see that feed.
Yeah,
I don't see that feed. So I can't see the switching. So you're doing it.
We're good to go.
I'm very impressed. There's one thing running an audio board, but to run a video, do I have a one shot right now?
I've been telling you for years, Rob does nothing here. I can actually do all of this without doing anything else. We're good.
So you're running the video switching right now?
We're good to go.
Yeah,
of course, I missed the sound of your wife's voice, and she demonstrated.
She's pretty funny,
Well, I wrote something.
You did something sweet.
That she's really funny. That I'm a fan.
Enough of your wife on the show.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that
every
at
day
all.
when she signs on the Skype, and I have a moment with her. She destroyed me today. She's very funny.
But she treated me that way.
What with the funny? Well, she's tired.
She wakes up cranky.
I want to hear more. I want to hear the rest of your Zoom call. I want to hear Robb's had a Zoom thing with his mom, and I want to hear more about that, because look, it's what we have right now.
That's how people get together.
Yes,
but they got issues. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more fun. And don't forget a TV reco coming up for you on the Mike O'Mara Show. Thank you very much. And don't forget to join us this Friday. We'll be doing it again on the Mike O'Mara Show. Look forward to joining all of you. A lot of people. That's growing every week, and we're really happy about the viewership and the listenership for that show. So if you want to have a great time, we will put some thought into, I didn't even talk to you guys about this before. I think perhaps we put our heads into a little later start on Friday, this Friday, to accommodate our West Coast friends. But we'll talk about that, and we'll let you know. But I think let me know what you think about that. If you think it's too much switching, then we go like
7 p.m. and 4 p.m. for them.
I think we'll see. We'll talk about it, because we are working on it. This one will be 4 p.m. this week, but we are thinking about the time schedule for maybe a bonus one for our West Coasters. We'll see about that. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. For all our sakes, we need to avoid crowds any way we can. You know that by now. But what if you need postage to send out letters and packages? Have no fear. Stamps.com is here. Stamps.com. Anything you could do at the post office, you can do at Stamps.com. Print your postage on demand and skip those crowds at the post office. It's hard to describe how truly easy this system is. But you're going to love Stamps.com. Now you can ship UPS packages right from Stamps.com. You can do that as well.
Brand new. This is great. So you can choose
brand
USPS. New. Yeah, it's great.
Ship UPS through Stamps.com and get special discounts, avoid certain surcharges, and no volume commitments. Stamps.com lets you save time by printing both UPS and USPS labels and tracking all your shipments in one place. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, especially now, saving you time and money and keeping you safe in these crazy times. So, Add UPS shipping to your Stamps.com account today. Right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in TMOS for USPS or UPS. Brand new. It's Stamps.com, promo code TMOS. Stay safe, my friends. I would appreciate that, and I know the people at Stamps.com would appreciate that as well. All right, so your Zoom call outside of Shannon's lack of participation went okay. You got your mom on it. You got your brothers and sisters
Papa,
on it, and
we got
Papa was on it from Bolivia.
From Bolivia.
Wow.
Papa, by the way, he is knee deep in COVID-19 in Latin America. It is, they say that when you stop working, you die. That's the old adage. And
I agree with that.
And my dad, he's about to turn 80, and the amount of zeal and life that I hear in his voice and his zest to help and work and as much as he can, especially with his colleagues that are currently still at Paho and WHO, and his colleagues that have retired. All these epidemiologists are coming out of retirement.
Look at Fauci. Fauci's 79 years old.
Yeah, he's just
looks like he's 35.
I could hear
it's amazing.
in his voice. He's asking my brother and sister and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law about what they're seeing in the hospitals. It's
got to be. I mean, this is his lifelong
people should be
passion.
allowed to work as long as they want and as long as they're effective.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Because I would say 6 months ago, and I'm not saying there's no upside for this pandemic. It's absolutely devastating and terrible for everybody. But I felt like my dad was dying. It was like, this man he's not long for this world. But now I think we're stuck with him for another 10 years if we're lucky.
A renewed purpose.
Yeah.
This is his passion, and this is what he loves to do. That's awesome.
Well, these doctors
my mom's
have
upset
shown
about it, but I'm happy.
These doctors have shown they're just so impressive. They're so impressive, which is another reason why, not to get political every day, but that's why the great high school dropout parade that are slamming and saying, fire him, fire him, because fire him. That's what I do. Duh. Jesus Christ. I mean, you know what this to me is? It exposes the idiots. This is exposing the idiots. If you're saying this is ridiculous or you saying this is, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. There's no other way around it. I mean, that's it. And I treasure these brilliant minds that are working on vaccines and solutions. And this guy that not only is a doctor, it's not his specialty 100% to communicate, but what a communicator he is.
Yeah.
Dancing around this political crap he has to deal with that he should have no business dealing with. He's still a magnificent
People
guy.
first.
That's why when you talk about your dad doing it, these minds that have done experience counts in this world.
Public health, it's not, you don't get into the world of public health to get wealthy. You have to have compassion and love, and whether you're an epidemiologist or you're on the front lines or you're working out from the office, whatever you do, like these guys. I remember my father. If I think about his top salary when he retired after 30 years there, my sister and brother eclipsed that. Forget about inflation. As soon as they got out of medical school. Yeah. Right. So these guys aren't paid to be these amazing minds. They're paid because they love.
He's in the field of help. He's helping
They're
people.
investigators on the front lines of what is, catastrophe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, and for those of you that think the idea of everybody getting health care in this country is somehow out there, take a listen to Boris Johnson's speech after coming out of the hospital after his brush with death with COVID-19. Listen to what he says about their NHS, which is the National Health Service in Britain. It's pretty amazing. It really is.
I actually have the tape. You want to hear it now?
I'd love to
listen
hear
to
it.
him. This is a guy that he was close. He was on a ventilator.
Yeah, he was.
And men his age on a ventilator, the odds are not good. So he had a very interesting thing to say about his NHS. Oh, by the way, that's national health care. Right. Just in case.
I've today left hospital after a week in which the NHS has saved my life. No question. It's hard to find words to express my debt. But before I come to that, I want to thank everyone for the effort and the sacrifice you have made and are making. So, thank you from me, from all of us, to the NHS. Let's remember.
That's it. It's just amazing. I mean,
It's
really,
so
really
much better
moving
to
speech.
hear him than see him.
No, you hear him.
Got that weird air.
And then if you caught 60 Minutes yesterday, you've got a doctor on there saying we don't have enough. Keep sending.
Right.
Keep sending the equipment. I don't care what you think, what you've seen, what you're hearing across the country. New York is in a state they are an emergency state and they need more equipment.
Yep.
It is so, to me, non-political.
Yeah.
It is so, to me, survival. And I feel sorry for people that don't recognize that. But the world we have created for ourselves in America will always be, you can say the sky's blue, and because I come from a different team, I'm going to tell you that it's brown. That's the way I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to hand you a duck back scratcher. It's very, very, very frustrating.
We're doing our best, that's for sure.
Yes.
Well, the call went well, at least with everybody.
The call went well. It was great. I have some other, we can get that tomorrow after the call was done. I was like, well, what to do with my day?
Challenge for everybody.
Do I want to go back into the office and organize tripods, or do I want to work on my backyard? Where then, a tease for tomorrow, Mike, I found out that there's more damage to the neighborhood than I thought. So.
Really?
On that note,
really, no bodies or anything.
No, just structural. If you don't mind,
Winston, is it?
Rob? No, Winston's gone. He probably was taken away with the floods. Can you, Rob, now tell us about your Easter?
We'll do that because you did a Zoom call and your mom really loved it, right? Is that true? All right.
We did. And do we want to break or do we want to do this here?
We have to break right now. And when we come back, we will get Rob's Zoom call and what Rob ate. Because Rob's our Paulie Christine of the show.
That's
and
right.
I want to know what they had for Easter. God, nothing's going to take away his holiday meal. We will do that when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hooked my Alexa to my Bose yesterday.
How awesome.
Look at you.
And Michael comes running in and says, hey, Alexa. Oh, I can't do it. I got to do it quietly. Yeah. It's right in here. Hey, Alexa, play the Mike O'Mara Show. Sounded great, Pony.
Oh, that's great.
Sounded great.
So
it sounded
sweet.
clear because, I do that so rarely, and then normally when I get, I've got Rob saying, hey, how are you, everybody? And I'm going, well, it's really, really good to have. It did. It was perfect. It sounded fantastic.
Pony still sets up the multi-track on his end.
Yeah.
It brings all that to his house. It's so great. Yeah.
Look, I don't say it often enough, and I'm not bragging, but I am saying congratulations to our team here that under the circumstances, we've gotten your message about it, too. Your messages that you've been sending about the quality of the show. The show sounds really, really good, and we work hard to do that. So enjoy the TMOS show every week. Crash diets are always temporary. If you want to keep those pounds off, you have to adjust your lifestyle. That's why I love Noom. Noom helps users learn to develop a new relationship with food through personalized courses. Noom teaches you why you do the things you do and gives you the tools you need to ditch the bad habits and replace them with better ones. Noom is not a diet. It's a healthy and easy to stick to way of life. My favorite part is that Noom has one of the biggest food databases available. It has literally everything at a glance. Food tracking made easy. You are going to love it. Ultra helpful when you're cooped up at home. It is the best. Oscar loves Noom. Carla loves Noom. It's great. You don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at Noom. That's Noom.com/TMOS. What do you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/TMOS to start your trial today. That's Noom.com/TMOS. Okay, yeah. Everybody's taken to this new company, which I'm sure, even with our very suspect stock market in the last few weeks, is probably doing very, very well. I don't know who owns them.
It's doing well.
Zoom calls are the thing, and I know, Rob, you did. Who was going to be on your Zoom call yesterday?
Well, yesterday was the entire, my mom is one of 8 siblings, 7 of which are still alive. So the Zoom invite went out to all of them, and then they filtered down to their kids. So at one point, I think we had 24 people on the Zoom, which was really, really cool. And also, one good thing is that Sam and Betsy, my Uncle Sam and his wife, do some faith-based stuff and with their church, and they've been doing daily Zoom meetings at 2:00 where people can get together and just sort of have some communication.
That's nice.
And it's
very
wonderful.
nice.
And because of that,
Keeps
they
you
were able
sane
to
too.
Kind of steering the
Oh,
conversation.
they also had a probably a pro account, so somebody spent some money.
Easy to hook up and do all this.
Mm-hmm.
And also they had us do not a game, but we went through all in a row and we all said something that we're struggling with during the crisis and something that's helping us stay sane during the crisis.
Oh, what were yours?
Mine was that the fact that I'm still able to do this show every day, it gives me 80 minutes where I can be with my buddies and cut up, and that has been keeping me sane. The thing that I'm struggling with is my heart is broken for my daughter because they've stolen a semester of college from her that she worked very hard to get at. And now she's having to do it virtually.
Oh,
yeah, but at least she got, you know what, Rob? She got her senior year.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a big deal, too. I feel so bad for the high school seniors out there. I really do.
And your blood pressure is probably more important, like the struggle.
In what way?
The struggle for you personally.
I probably, yeah. Okay, that was not as good as the other jokes, but that was pretty good.
And I'll be winners.
Maybe do it in a funny voice as a bunny.
Hey, I was trying to be sweet.
So anyway, I'm no expert technologically, and I'm a relative rookie when it comes to Zoom, but we had a informal supper club Zoom on Saturday night where we all had a few drinks and laughed, and it went really well to a point where we were even goofing around with the backgrounds and everything and having some fun with it. So I was
can't
really
put
optimistic.
my background on Zoom.
I'll show you.
Really? Yeah.
If my computer tells me I don't have this or something like that.
I'll show you how to do it afterwards.
I'd love to know that because I'd love to put backgrounds in. I really would.
So we had an optimistic sort of attitude going into it, and as I was texting Mike, I actually got an urgent call from my mother. She says, "How do I Zoom? How do I Zoom?" And I said, first of all, calm down. It's 2 hours before the call. All we got to do is download the app. I said, I'm going to FaceTime. So, okay. So I FaceTime, and she's got a Lenovo computer that she loves because it has
Lenovo.
That's the brand. Is that Lenovo? Is that the brand?
Lenovo, yeah. Mike, Lenovo used to be, oh, God, it wasn't Dell. Dell's still there.
Gateway?
No, but great answer. I can't believe you still remember Gateway.
Gateway.
I'll find out. You guys pad.
But it has a touch screen, and she likes that. So it's sort of half like a tablet and half like a laptop. And so we go through, and she says, you have to go to Zoom. I guess it's Zoom.us and download it.
Right.
And then, so now I've got her on the phone and on FaceTime, and she's got the Zoom app open. And so I said, now I'm going to send you a Zoom invitation, and you just click on it, and we'll test and make sure it works. And she says, okay. So I send her the invitation.
Now when you say that, it's not that easy, though, right? Because the invitation doesn't do it. Really?
It worked for her because it went straight to her. What I did is I copied the invitation and sent it to her in an email.
Okay, but you understand. You can't just take it from Zoom and send it, right? The fact that you have to copy and paste it is such BS. I hate that.
Lenovo its acquisition of IBM's personal computing division.
Ooh. Oh, so it's the old international business.
IBM. We got a lot of IBMers down here.
PC,
these fossils running around.
So
the guy's jogging with wingtips.
So she opens her email, she clicks on the thing, and I'm in my Zoom room, Robb Spiewak's personal Zoom room, and her name pops up, Shay Show, which is what my kids call her, and that's her handle on Zoom.
Shay Show?
Shay Show. Welcome to the stage, Shay Show.
And so now there's no picture of her, but I get her voice coming through my computer. I have her voice coming off FaceTime, and I have her voice coming off speakerphone in all at my desk. And she says on Zoom, as loud as can be, "Can you hear me?" And it goes, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" Because everything is open and it's all echoing. And she says, "What's going on? Going on? Going on? Going on? Going on? Are you hearing this? Hearing this? Hearing this? Hearing this? Hearing this? Hearing this?" I said, "Relax, ax. And so we finally, I said, "You need to turn your camera." So we turn the stuff down. It's still connected, but we turn it down. I said, "We need to find how to turn your camera on for Zoom." Because I'm not getting
Shay Show.
Yeah.
Shay Show. Shay Show. Turn your camera on, Shay Show. Shay Show, she says her microphones are not muted.
Mike, I got a different vibe. I thought Shay Show was a good stripper name, essentially.
Hey, come on, Oscar.
With all due respect.
That's my mother.
That's why I said, welcome to the stage, Shay Show.
I thought you were going to a rock and roll way.
Shay Show, baby. All right, I'm sorry.
So I said, I need you to show me because she can't find the video button to tick the camera on, right? So I said, take FaceTime and flip it. And so I can see the screen and I'll walk you through it. So she hits it
on a different device.
Yeah. And so it turns around and I'm looking perfectly at the kitchen. I said, no, point it to
the worst.
I got to see the screen.
Yeah.
And she's, this isn't easy. I see your feet. Put it at the screen. Mm-hmm. Put it at the screen. So we finally get it. and there is no way to tick the video on. I said, your camera is probably disabled within your settings. So now I'm Googling Lenovo to how to turn the camera on, and I walk her through step by step. I said, you have to go, search your settings and then go into privacy and all this. And she goes through, she says, it says the camera's, there's no selection for, I said, no, it's got to be there. And then she said, oh, you know what? This doesn't have a camera.
Her computer doesn't have a camera built
Her
in?
laptop does not have a camera. And I said,
when did she buy it?
A couple years ago, but I think it's because of the fact that it's a touch screen. I think it was one of the features that they just didn't include on this. There's no built-in camera.
Yeah.
So there was no way to turn it on. I said, this is not a problem. Because you know what she has? She has the dead man's computer, which is a Mac. And I've been trying to get her to switch to the Mac forever.
Dead man's computer.
And so I said, go get Dave's Mac. And she says, well, I don't know where the charger is. I said, it's got to be with it. She says, oh, it's white, right? I said, yeah. I said, now go plug it in. So now the FaceTime is on the table, so all I see is a ceiling fan spinning because she's messing with it, and I just hear
this poor lady.
Where does it? I can't seem to.
She is challenged for technology.
And so
wow.
I said to her, try to, and I said, how can it not fit? She says, it seems to be too wide and not thick enough. I said, show me what you're put, and what she had was an old iPad charger. I said, no, that's not for a Mac. You need to find something. And then I said, and by the way, the other end was a USB cable. What were you going to plug it into? She said, I don't know. And I said, so go find the charger. So she gets it, and we finally get that up, and we install Zoom on that, and then go through 45 different passwords so she remembers how to access her Gmail.
That to me would be at least that's part of your day that you're having something to do, right?
It was something to do.
And you're the hero.
We finally get in, and we open it up, and I said, now click this, and all I see is I see her camera jiggle. And I said, what are you doing? She says, oh, you know what? This isn't a touch screen.
Oh no, she's pounding.
She's pounding
the screen. Wow.
I don't like a touchpad. I want to be able to touch the screen or use a mouse or something. We are now into this for 90 minutes. The meeting is at 12:45. It's 12:41, and we finally get her video up and everything going. And I get over to the Zoom room for the family and pop in, and there's when I popped in, there was only it was like the Brady Bunch. It was 9 perfect squares.
Oh, perfect.
Beautiful for someone who has OCD. When it gets over 20, it's a pain. But it was perfect, and I said, hey, how's everybody doing? They said, isn't this great? Isn't this easy? I said, maybe for you. You haven't been with Sharon for 2 hours. And then what is so great is my family, we all share the same sense of humor, is Sharon pops up. And, first of all, it says Shay Show. So it announces you, and then her picture comes up, and everyone sees her and goes, ah! Because they've known the whole. I walked them through the entire procedure, and so anyway, it actually turned out really well. 45 minutes with my family extended, and my own family here on the call was really, I would say, healthy and cleansing, and it felt great.
Yeah,
we're gonna do another one next weekend.
I told everybody to try that. It's awesome.
And Mike, I can do dinner in 10 seconds. Easter tacos, because we had ground beef, cheese, and sour cream. And so we did not have taco seasoning, so I made the seasoning myself from stuff in the cabinet. It was good. And I tell you what, the duck is glad he's there and not here.
Easter taco.
Easter tacos.
We'll
and Carrie
take a
made
break.
chocolate chip cookies. Bless her heart.
Oh, very good. We'll take a break, come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show. Thanks, Mike. Very heartfelt. That was beautiful. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by our T-shirt store. Hey, it's time to hand out some love. Boy, I love looking at the pictures of people.
I do too.
God, do I love that. TMOS T-shirt roll call. We love seeing you model our merch on social media. Thank you to Dale Roberts, Brian Nermy, Sharon Bailey, and Brian Lencioni. He's a good boy with his T-shirt there. How about Hannah Sirota, who got a family 4-pack of TMOS logo T-shirts? Nice. after she recovered from the COVID.
It was
Fantastic.
such a great Easter picture. The whole family were wearing matching T-shirts. I loved it.
Kudos to you guys for being wise enough to patronize the TMOS T-shirt store and kind enough to post pics of your hoodies and tees for all to see. Keep it up, TMOS Nation. Yes, the TMOS T-shirts and hoodies are arriving. And when they do, let's see a photograph of you letting your TMOS flag fly. If you haven't ordered yet, what are you waiting for, huh?
Yeah,
they are ready to be delivered right to your front door with zero human contact. Just click the T-shirt banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Remember, every purchase spreads the TMOS message, and it helps us in our time of need. Let's do it!
Do it!
TMOS merchandise, because when you look good, we look good.
News.
Boo. All right, Ben Affleck, our first good news story of the day. Ben Affleck and a bunch of other celebrities participated in an online poker tournament to raise money for Feeding America. It went down on Saturday, and as of last night, they'd raised more than $1.2 million.
That's awesome.
Take your degenerate gambling habit and use it for good, Ben.
Yes.
Way to go.
Hell yeah.
I love the participants in this thing. Would have loved to be part of it. Other participants included Matt Damon, Tom Brady, Sarah Silverman, Jason Bateman, Bryan Cranston, Adam Levine, Tobey Maguire, and John Hamm. That's a pretty cool little group of people right there.
Wow.
More good news. Diddy hosted an online dance-a-thon to raise money for healthcare workers. Justin Bieber, Snoop Dogg, and Shaq were among the celebrities who took part. And Matthew McConaughey, hey, all right. He and his wife donated 80,000 masks to healthcare workers.
Oh, great.
All
That's
right,
cool.
all right. Is it possible, though, as much as Tom Brady participated in that tournament, and that's fine, I'm not a fan. Never have been. Don't like him. Don't like the whole vanilla vibe that he, great player on the field. No one can take anything away from him. He's one of the greatest to ever play the game, one of the best clutch performances ever. But just is it possible that he... Is it possible that he is thinking a little too far down the road? He's going to Tampa. Everybody knows that he's going to the Buccaneers. Great for the state of Florida and football in Tampa.
Yep.
If we can get back out to the NFL. Apparently, he thinks he's going to do really, really, really well because he's going to want to start calling Tampa Bay Tompa Bay. His company filed 2 trademark requests. This is just so John. This is so Joe, isn't he?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
One for Tampa Bay and the other one for Tampa Brady. I mean, his
That's
company...
not even clever.
He better
His company-
effing win. He better effing win. He better effing win a Super Bowl because you can't just roll in and then change the name of an effing town to your name if you're not going to effing win a Super Bowl.
You're right.
It's one thing if people use cheesy puns like that on social media, but Brady thinks people will be willing to pimp them. The filings indicate that he intends to sell clothing, headwear, and footwear using those trademarks. When people started making fun of his trademarks, he tweeted, quote, "I never understood why Drew Brees wasn't making Drew Orleans shirts."
Oh, gross.
We think that might be a joke, but we're
he
really not sure.
has a lot of time to think, doesn't he? In Tampa Bay.
Sure does. This weekend, Robb commented about it on social media. Saturday Night Live did a special at-home quarantine edition with COVID-19 survivor Tom Hanks as the host and Chris Martin from Coldplay as the musical guest. Obviously, it was very different from their normal shows. I know it wasn't really live. You tuned in, Robb? Watched a little of it? You watched it also?
Yeah.
I did not, boys. So.
It was weird, but also I was conflicted that I appreciated the effort, but if it's not going to be great, don't make the effort. I can do without another video of Pete Davidson rapping.
Well, that one of the best skits of the night. And if you're a Drake fan, so that skit was not for you or I, to be honest with you. It's for maybe your son or daughter. So that skit, for if you know anything about Drake, that made sense. What I liked it, Mike, because honestly, for what it's worth, it was nice to see these celebrities, just like it's nice to see Jimmy Fallon, whether you like him or not, or anybody else, do their shows from home. And understand that they're also
people
there
want
from home.
Entertainment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think it's great that it got us talking about Tom Hanks again. Do you want to hear 30 seconds of his open since I pulled it?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was very, very odd to me because it seemed so disjointed and separate from just like doing a show.
Why me as host? Well, for one, I have been the celebrity canary in the coal mine for the coronavirus, and ever since being diagnosed,
Stop right there.
I have been
Stop right
more
there.
like
Stop right there.
Right?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're.
He's not the canary in the coal mine. That means you're a savior. You're not a savior, you jerk.
That is so arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It
Just
sure
to
is,
be
Mike.
the celebrity canary in the coal. And that's the whole thing that Rob and I have about Tom Hanks.
Right.
Where he believes his own press. And it's a very
related
easy
to
thing
Mr.
to
Rogers.
do. Yes, exactly.
Yes,
please.
You don't get it
He
sometimes
got
when
carded for a beer. What?
Yeah, I know.
Tom,
All right. I don't need to hear the rest of that. That's
like
it for
us.
me. That's all I have to hear with Tom Hanks. According to a new study, there have been two pretty big shifts in our eating habits, and this is going to make me happy since we all started staying inside. Welcome, friends. We're all eating earlier. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
How are you? The average family now eats lunch before noon and eats dinner in the 5 p.m. hour. Oh, not that late. Anyway, that's wonderful. I'm happy about that.
This allows time, Mike, for the fourth meal.
Rob Spiewak will like this. We're eating way more desserts. One food delivery app found a 36% jump in people ordering desserts with their meals, with chocolate cake, strawberry cheesecake, and apple pie being the most popular. The study also found, yes.
I always quote Ron Bennington, dessert is part of the meal.
The study also found people are ordering more sides for delivery than before and are getting delivery on weekdays way more than before. That doesn't surprise me either. No. And that's why I was really glad Carla forced me into keto. Anyway, hair dye. This one got me. I've been talking about my hair getting longer and longer and longer. You're seeing me wear more hats because I just can't do a thing with it. Hair dye and clippers are the latest items that are flying off shelves during the pandemic. And I understand this one a lot more than toilet paper. I truly do. People try to figure out how to take care of their own hair with salons and barbershops closed. I think of getting a haircut as one of the most dangerous things you could do during COVID, right? I really do.
They're bringing them in to replace Kane on the iHeartRadio app. It's a new show. It's called Hair Dye and Clippers.
Hair dye. Oh, another one bites the dust in radio, right? They blew out Kane
checkered
in
past,
DC.
though, allegedly. Checkered past.
Oh, really?
Kane, yeah. So
really,
I don't think this is because of COVID-19.
Oh, just
maybe it's a
his
convenience.
Yeah, it's convenience to be like,
well, you're the DC radio guy.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
a
what's
file,
going
Mike.
on.
I'm a file.
So you don't
in the streets. This is not a budget situation. This is more of a maybe an interpersonal situation.
Okay.
Find out more.
Let me see. A hookup app found 24% of its American users say they're not willing to go out to have casual sex right now. Duh. Thank you. I'm really glad that only 24% said that.
Casual. Don't wear a tie.
Right. Should liquor stores count as essential businesses?
Yes.
I have my answer. Rob said it. 42% of people say yes. 42% say no. People between 25 and 44, in other words, the people who are most likely to have young children at home, lean heavily towards essential. That's funny.
Agreed.
Well, I'm 60, but I have a little one at home, and believe me, essential. And by the way, once again, hate to say it, but Kirkland, that's some of the finest, cheapest Irish whiskey I've ever swilled, and I'm grateful. A beauty salon in Ohio was found sneaking customers in to have their hair and nails done. I'd eviscerate them. I'd take their license away. They can't say. I mean, really, get your act together. This is not a joke, you morons.
Believe me.
Shocker. Ohio. All right.
If Robert Kraft can stay out of the salons, Mike, everybody can.
Sex instead of rent. A report from a government agency in Hawaii found an increase in landlords offering to waive rent in exchange for sexual favors. Is that Hawaii? Hey, talkie-walkie-boo. If you give me a little BJ, I'll waive your rent for a month. Wow. Here's this good news for me.
Don Ho.
Really good news for Keto Mike. Chicken wing prices are the cheapest they've been in about a decade because people aren't eating them. They're not eating them while they watch sports.
No, we need to get them for carryout.
A bodybuilder in Kazakhstan has postponed his wedding to his sex doll because of the pandemic. Random story with no detail. Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
A chocolate shop in Oregon sold chocolate bunnies for Easter with white chocolate face masks, which I think is pretty funny. God, I love those wacky chocolatiers. And now a little something. A married couple in Hays County in Central Texas was recently busted by game wardens sneaking around a Native American burial ground. When the wardens got there, they found the couple in a hole. Well, no. I mean, like a dug hole. Right. The couple swore they weren't digging for arrowheads. They were just on a date. The warden searched them and found a pipe on the guy that was shaped like a baby Yoda, and it had crystal meth residue in it. Okay. When the warden put it down to talk to the woman, the guy grabbed the pipe and smashed it. Then the wardens found a bunch of Native American artifacts in the woman's purse. And, of course, then the man did what all desperate criminals seem to do these days. He claimed he had coronavirus and coughed at the wardens.
Nice.
Oh, no.
There you go. Now, I thought digging for arrowheads while high on meth was an essential activity in Texas. That's just my opinion. Come on, let's go. Yeah. I found an arrowhead. No, that's your tooth. We'll take a break. Come back with the audio vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Meara Show. Ruth, those very hard to understand promos, keep them coming. We like you, Ruth. You're okay. That's wonderful. Why did I hit that? I don't know. Hey, hold on just a second. This portion of the show is brought to you by the TMOS Shopping Center. By the way, the TMOS Shopping Center that I have been using rather liberally. Effective today, parts of Maryland are requiring face masks when you shop. Virginia, D.C., and the rest of the country are likely soon to follow. Safety is key, but it's also a hassle. Hot, uncomfortable, and the horror of halitosis. The solution, the TMOS Shopping Center. No mask, no problem. Be smart, socially distance, and shop for your essentials at Target and Walmart. They're great. I love it. Hit up MikeO'MearaShow.com, and the banner's right there. Helps our show enormously. Click it. Go on. Click it good. Instant access to Target and Walmart. Trust me, if they don't have it, you don't need it. Just make sure that you access them through our banner. Anything and everything you need delivered to your door from Target and Walmart, and your face can breathe. The TMOS Shopping Center. Shop from home and help us out and smile. Because you're smart and no mask can cover that grin. You incredible sexy beast. Hey! Let's open up the audio vault for today. This is Monday, April 13th, 2020. Rob Spiewak, take it away.
Walmart really does have everything. Over the weekend, I needed a high-end piece of audio equipment to complete the studio here. It's called a Scarlett. They have that at the same prices as any broadcast house.
Perfect.
So always check Walmart.
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
I want my computer to speak to my board. So anyway, I could play Tom Hanks here, but I won't.
Good.
Thank you.
So there. Today is the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 13 crisis. Did you know that? 50 years ago today, it happened, and we all know the
movie.
line.
Who starred in that movie?
Kevin Bacon. But here's the actual piece of tape where they actually said, Houston, we have a problem. They changed it a little bit in the movie, but 50 years ago today, NASA got this message.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here. This is Houston. Say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main beam plus undervolt. Roger, main beam undervolt. Okay, stand by, 13. We're looking at it.
So it's Houston, we've had a problem, is what they actually said.
You know, you can hear it, can you not? When you listen to that real audio, there ain't no faking it there. He's not calm. There's some tension in that voice.
No,
that is the era when astronauts were the best of the best. That is the most prepared, smartest man, and he's up there, and he's flipping out. Happy ending, though, which is good.
Absolutely.
So, new episode dropped of Joe Exotic last night. I did not watch it because
I didn't either.
I feel that it's going to be rather cobbled together.
Oh, I never mentioned my reco for the tomorrow. I'll give you the beginning of the show. I'll give you the recommendation.
Okay.
You can wait.
The one guy that I liked in the original run of Joe Exotic or Tiger King was Rick Kirkham, the producer of his show that had all of the footage mysteriously disappear in a fire. So
do you think he did a few lines of coke in his day?
Oh my God!
I used to have a septum prior to 1981.
But this is a great piece of tape from him because he reveals the fact that Joe Exotic hated and was scared of big cats.
Joe was terrified of big cats. He was scared to death of lions and tigers. And in the shots that you see in there where he's in with the two tigers, the white one and the other one, the white one is blind and the other one is on tranquilizers. It's idiotic to think how he's become famous as the Tiger King when he's so terrified of big cats.
So the two cats he posed with were on tranquilizers and one was blind.
That's the documentary film guy who's another lowlife, right?
That guy,
I mean, everybody in that show.
Why would he be taking down Joe Exotic when that guy, unless he made a bad deal, should have made him millions and millions of dollars?
Well, he lost all that footage in the fire. Don't know how
hey,
that
Carla,
happened.
are you cooking something? Okay. I thought the house was burning down. Sorry.
Mike, do you have the detonator ready?
Yeah, I do. I got it right here.
Okay, because I want to do a quick quarantine. This is a married couple that looks like I wouldn't want to hang out with them if they were the last two people in the world. And they did their quarantine record that for some reason was trending on Saturday. YouTube, try harder. This is called Baby, It's COVID Outside.
Really can't stay.
That's why I warned you.
Thank you. Yeah, I let him go. I do. I think I'm an equal opportunity guy. Sometimes I play the whole song. You know that one, not a chance. No,
that lady's
you.
a bitch on wheels. All right, let's close with this. Dolly Parton has been really sort of present on social media during this, and I think it's great because she's very upbeat. She wrote a poem about quarantine. She put it on Twitter. Today we close with Dolly.
This too shall pass, as all things will. If the virus don't kill us, the stay-at-home will. The kids are bored and restless. They scream and yell and squawk. And the teens and tweens are just plain mean. They bite your bleeping head off. And all those loving couples that were once so sweet and cozy, now they fight like cats and dogs like Donald and Pelosi. Lord, get us back to school and get us back to work. And get us out of this dad-blame house before someone gets hurt. And Lord, please find a vaccination in the form of a shot or a pill. Because if the virus don't kill us, the staying home will.
Yeah, Dolly. That's your magic audio vault, everybody. Have a great Monday. Be careful.
How about you there, Dolly?
Dolly.
Anyway, we got to get out of here. We'll be back with another one tomorrow. I didn't know that tiger was tranquilized.
That white one was blind. That critter couldn't see.
Go out. Come on now. Don't worry about it. It's okay. That's it. We got to get out of here.
Did you see Tom Hanks on TV?
We're so smart. We're Americans and we're so knowledgeable. We'll see you tomorrow with a brand new. I can do a whole show like that. For Oscar Santana and Robb Spiewak, Michael O'Meara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MearaShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace. Mike O'Meara, Radio Entertainment.
Should I tell people that I am good at sex?
Just trying to have a little fun, folks. That's all.
Drunk and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
We feel sorry for people who don't drink because when you get up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel for the rest of the day.